Hello, I'm Tim Lawton. I'm here at Worthing Museum with Dan Humphreys, the leader of Worthing Council, and I just want to put the record straight because I've had a few concerned calls from constituents in recent days about what's going on with the theatres and the museums. Are they being sold or something? No. There is a really good news story that Worthing Museum and the Pavilion Theatre and the Connaught Theatre and the Worthing Assembly Rooms, which are owned and will continue to be owned by the council, are going to be put into a charitable trust run by the expert team running them now to make sure they can expand, do a lot of the development work they want to do in the future and remain as the jewel in the crowns for Worthing. So actually this is a really good news story, and I'm really concerned and annoyed about people putting around some scare stories because it's just not true, and Dan Humphreys will explain exactly what's going on.
Yeah, with pleasure. So, as Tim says, I'm Dan Humphreys, leader of Worthing Borough Council, and over the last few years, one of our big success stories here in Worthing has been the management of culture in the town. Our theatres, the Connaught, the Pier Pavilion, the Assembly Hall's just around the corner, and right behind me, Worthing Museum, where we've made great strides, massively boosted visitor numbers, massively boosted repeat visits, revamped the whole programme, and crucially, been able to, through those repeat visits, lower the level of subsidy we've given to the theatre programme over the years. And we've also had some fantastic independent reports from people who've come in and had a look at the economic contribution of the theatres to the town. Shows that for every £1 that Worthing Borough Council invests in Worthing theatres, there's an £8 return on that investment for the people of Worthing, for our local economy. So some fantastic stuff here, and some really great vindication of our efforts on this. And the one big thing that we haven't done yet, that all the experts recommend local authorities should do, that our own cross-party overview and scrutiny committee have recommended, that's happened all over the country, that's enabled places all over the country to access funding from bodies like the Arts Council, is to take the theatres out of the day-to-day political control of the council and the museum out of that day-to-day political control of the council, form a charitable trust who can focus on running the theatres programme outside of that control, and that's what we've done. And so far there hadn't really been much controversy around that decision. Councillors of all parties have actually spoken in favour of the concept and what we're doing here. So that includes Liberal Democrat councillors, the leader of the Labour group, Conservative councillors, all saying that they support the concept of setting up a charitable trust. Now, we are there. We have taken this through a very open and transparent democratic process, and the people who are going to manage it on a day-to-day basis are the same staff who've been doing so successfully over the last few years, and the board who oversee it are a group of local people very invested in seeing the future success of the buildings. Yeah. Any scare stories about the threat to the future of these buildings and so on is complete and utter nonsense. This is all about a brighter and better future for our cultural assets here in Worthing, our theatres and our museum.
So it's a good news story. I mean, I was asked to come and support the bid by the museum team because I chair the Parliamentary British Museum Group, and I'm really interested in museums, and I thought it was a really good bid in their scheme called Let the Light In, which is to open up the museum and build some extra visitor facilities on it. It's all about making sure more people come and visit Worthing Museum, brings more people, more investment, more money, more interest into the town. So some political mischief making going on. Tell them where to go. This is a really good scheme, and it's another piece of good news for the long-term future of Worthing, because these are the jewels in the crown of Worthing, the museum and theatres, and we want them to grow, develop and flourish. So go tell somebody where to stick their leaflets.